Welcome back to Florida TRD. Today I'm going to go over why I chose a Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. So, being a previous Toyota owner, vehicle I had before this was a Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road four-wheel drive, which in my state of Florida is very rare. You either get them four-wheel drive or TRD off-road. They typically don't make both of them. So that was an awesome truck, but as my photography and videography career expanded, I needed to find something else that would allow me to transport all my equipment safe and secure, as well as safe from the elements. Putting them in the bed of the truck is not a really good solution for me when you're rolling around with thousands of dollars worth of video equipment. It just doesn't make sense. And at the time, I was putting everything in the back seat of the Tacoma, so it was filled up to the ceiling. So then if you ever had to take luggage or anything like that, you couldn't put it inside. So it just didn't make sense to continue on that path. So I had to find an SUV that would allow me to do that, as well as support my off-road lifestyle. I enjoy going trail riding and overlanding, so I needed something that allowed me to do that as well. So, spending 14 years in the auto industry, I learned that Toyota was pretty much your safe bet across the board when it came to purchasing vehicles, sorry. They have a very high reliability rate, and I didn't want to stray from that. Being a previous Jeep owner didn't give me a lot of problems, but there were still those issues, and when it was a brand new Jeep, I would figure it would have been a much more reliable vehicle than it actually was. So, I started my research. The 4Runner was pretty much the only thing that fit the bill 100% across the board. Being body on frame, capable four-wheel drive system, had enclosed storage for all my photography and videography gear, and was completely, climate controlled and weatherproof and whatnot. So then I had to choose, what options do I want? Well, they make the SR5, they make the Trail Premium, TRD off-road, the TRD Pro, and then the Limited. Well, SR5 didn't really do it for me. Trail Premium was obviously my next logical option. There's not a ton of those out and available, so I kind of had the ability to build one if I wanted to. So then I started looking at those and the Limited as well as the TRD Pro. When I came across the TRD Pro, I liked the fact that it was limited production. The 4Runner already is, in my mind, a limited production vehicle because they don't make a lot of them. So I thought about that as far as an exclusivity. I wouldn't have the same vehicle that everyone else had, and also would have a higher resale value than, say, a Trail or a Limited or something like that because of their low production. Next thing, KDSS. The TRD Pro is not built with KDSS, so I never had to worry about coming across a vehicle that I liked that had KDSS on it. Compared to Limited and Trails and all that, you can get KDSS on it. That was something I did not want. So I went into my local dealer with a list of VIN numbers. The TRD Pro is allocation only unless you build one, so it was kind of hard to come across one. Trail Premium, obviously you can build, or they get them in all the time. So after the stack of VIN numbers we went through, there was a white Pro that was coming to my local dealer that was allocated to them and hadn't even built yet. So it had slated for running boards and a bunch of other crap. So I changed all that and put on the options that I want, which is going to be a later video. So then after that, I put in my order, put down my deposit, did my paperwork since they had the VIN number, and then I began my wait. It was probably a couple of months total. I don't remember the exact amount of time that I waited, but I do remember that the original date that I was following on southeasttoyota.com, because you can see your VIN number and when its availability is. Obviously that's not a dead set in stone and it can change. I remember that it was much earlier than originally anticipated, well, much earlier than when I actually got it. But then after I put in my order and all the options changed, then it kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. So at the end, I got it actually a day before it said that it was due to arrive, which is really cool. If you guys are looking for a Toyota vehicle and want to order it, or are getting one in advance before it ever reaches the lot, you can go on your local Toyota dealer. They'll direct you to that region, find your VIN number, and it'll be a generic computer image, and then once it lands at port, it actually goes to a genuine picture of your vehicle, and then you know that, hey, it's at port and port is here for this vehicle, so it's going to be probably X amount of days before it gets there, which for mine landed at port, and then from port for this vehicle was Jacksonville, Florida. It went from Jacksonville, Florida to Holiday, Florida, which is right in the Tampa Bay area region, in a matter of just 2 days. So that was awesome. So then I got the phone call, hey, your vehicle's here. I went and picked it up, and that's pretty much it. It fit all my needs: body on frame, capable four-wheel drive system, had all the safe and secure storage, wasn't too big to where, it was a Sequoia or Land Cruiser, Obviously those are out of my price range, but those vehicles are very large, so going on trails and stuff like that is just, it makes it difficult because you're constantly just brush scrubbing everything to death. So it just fit my bills all the way around. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.